In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boys, CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader, as always, here for a Magic Money Monday. Miguel, how was your weekend, bro?
Okay, well, don't do it wrong. It was good, man. It was good, chill, working, busting our asses on this NFT collection. So working hard.
I've been telling people, they're like, yeah, so what do you guys got going on? And like when I first started thinking about it, I think back to when we first talked and kind of came through with the idea and we're like talking through things. In my mind, it was as simple as, okay, we just hire an artist, they put some art together, and then we put it on a smart contract and we figure out how it's gonna work, and done. No, done. I mean, it's easy, right? Right?
No, sir.
No.
Absolutely not. Right. And now on top of everything else we got TikTok, we got YouTube, we got Discord for the NFT collection, we got meetings with partnerships, we've got YouTube videos and debates, and we've got all kinds of stuff going on. We got the Academy, right? We have the Academy. You can't forget about that.
But dude, great problems to have, right? Ultimately, like,
100%.
we're super blessed. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. As always, we really do enjoy it. And so if you ever hear us talking about how we're overwhelmed, it's like a good overwhelmed. We're getting ready to go down to the Bitcoin conference. Yep. All caps Debate Crypto. If you guys want 20% off, if you want to come down and meet us, we'd love to meet you. I know there's going to be some people that I've talked to that are going to be there. Super excited to meet some people for sure. Some of you more than others. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we're going to have a good time. What's on the podium this evening, Miguelito?
We've got the one, the only Bitcoin popping off, right? Having massive explosion. Is it going to keep on going, right? Is the Viagra going to last longer than 4 hours, or is it going to come back down and it's, going to go away? So we got that. We've got Biden passing new tax hikes for the ultra wealthy. But we're going to see if it's really targeted towards the ultra wealthy.
They're targeting us, bro.
Yeah. I wish I had those problems. And then to wrap it up, we've got the digital dollar that you didn't expect is happening.
Yeah. Make sure that you guys smash the likes. Make sure that you do all of those other things that we appreciate. Check out our Discord. The information is down below the video as always. Just, guys, do us a favor. Get into all of our socials and just be annoying with people. Just tell everybody, just like, guys, you got to be checking out Debate Crypto. You got to check out Danger Close Alpha. I mean, we are excited to grow this community. And for some of the things that I know we've kind of talked to you guys about that are coming your way, we've got some huge things coming with this drop. And yeah, we actually were just on with CryptoFace, a meeting before we got on here, and he had some really good input. That's all I'm going to say. Had some really good input. So we like that. Let's check out the market. Let me see here. I'm excited to show the market today, by the way. All right. Why? Oh, I'll tell you why. The global crypto market is at 2.14 trillion with a T. That's up 2.14% over the last day. We got Bitcoin at about 47.5, up 2%. Let me update this real quick. Yep. Bitcoin at 47.5, up at about 2%. ETH, my girl, up 3.04%. Tether holding strong at $1. BNB 434. I told you BNB would bust past that 400. Glad to see that. XRP Army put them up. We're at 88 cents. And then Cardano, Solana, and Terra Luna no. I'm sorry. Cardano, Solana, Terra, and Avalanche rounding out the top 10. And let's see here. I was looking at, hold on, let me pull it up. Where is it? I gotta scroll a little farther. So another project that I feel like is just due is freaking Chainlink. Chainlink connects, Chainlink's partnered with everybody. And you always hear people like that are just like loyal to Chainlink. I got to tell you, at some point, that is going to pay off massively. Chainlink is at, what's Chainlink at? Hold on a second. Let's look here just real quick. Chainlink's at $16.79.
It was up as $55, dude.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So like they're due for one, they're due for two. I think that $65 or whatever the high was is a low number compared to where this is
Yeah,
headed. I
the
think
big
this is
problem
going
was
to
that
be massive.
the developer team was selling off a lot of their own chain link and putting a lot of
Yeah.
selling pressure on it. They did come out saying that this year they're going to stop selling, so to reduce
Mhm.
the selling pressure. So hopefully you know that is true, and Chainlink has opportunity to grow in the next big leg
Yeah.
up in the market.
Yeah. Well, we all know that everything is up, up, up. We're hoping that it continues to stay that way. Miguel, do you have anything that you want to drop in terms of a little TA, or we just want to jump into the article?
We can look at the charts real quick.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Hello, Sean. Hello, Angela. Hello, Heidi. Hello, Patricio, Kenton, Bearded Crypto. I just want to say hello to everybody in the chat. If I missed you, Fearless, hello, hello. We appreciate you guys. I know you guys are all in the Discord too. So let's keep killing it. Let's keep having fun. Miguel, what you got? Besides the fact that you're muted and talking to no one.
Like always. So yeah, we had this triangle, right? We broke out of it. It was massive resistance, as you can see here at this 45K range level. Every time we broke above the support here of this pivot of 42,000, we reached about this same level and then came back down, lost support, and kept coming down. We finally broke above 42,000, sustained momentum, and broke above this bar right here of resistance. We have not come back down for a retest and bounce off. So anything could happen, right? We could just keep on going forever, and who
Just to
knows,
the
all the way
moon,
to the moon.
up and to the right forever.
Yeah, exactly, right. Up and forever to the right. That is the long-term play for Bitcoin. But you know, next thing is this 52,000, right? This 52,000 is the quarterly pivot. It's a big attraction for the price, so the price should be headed that way. But if you jump down here to the, let's take these pivots off. Let's zoom in a little bit. We jump down here to the 1 hour. You can start to see that, you know, we're starting to come down, right? We hit this 48,100 and we're starting to come back down, losing a little bit of steam,
Yeah.
losing a little bit of support off this 20 EMA. This candle still hasn't closed. It's got 34 minutes. It can still close above it. But you can see the RSI massively took a hit, has come back down into the oversold territory. So therefore, meaning
it needed
we
a
could,
little bit of a correction. I
yeah,
mean,
exactly, right, which is perfectly fine. I mean, like, look at
yeah.
this massive green candle on the 1 hour from 44,000 and body close was 46,000. $2,000 Bitcoin candle, guys.
Yeah.
This isn't XRP that can get pumped by, you know, a feather, right? It actually means something when Bitcoin moves like this and has candles like this. So yes, it's a matter of correction. It's a matter of time.
Sandman's
It's not a
asking
big
if
deal.
we're still below the 200-day moving average, which I believe that we are. But can you show that real quick? You got the
200-day
averages pulled
moving
up?
average. I'm gonna have to bring up the simple.
Oh, you got the
moving
EMAs
average.
right there. I can see it.
These are EMAs.
Oh,
There's not
gotcha.
the simple moving average.
Yeah, gotcha. Just a second, Sandman. We're going to check, but I am all but positive we are right below it. I believe we are close.
Oh, God,
shoot. We
we
literally
don't got
have
enough monies to get all these indicators up here, dude.
they
problem.
expect people to pay even
yeah,
more than we're already paying.
Yeah, dude, exactly, right.
Gracious.
Just another quick little recap here. Massive expansion phase on the Bollinger Bands. Now we're entering kind of a contraction phase. Obviously, that happens after the expansion phase, which is normal. But obviously, you were here in this long consolidated sideways movement right below this 44,000. When we finally had, obviously, the Bollinger Bands were contracting the whole time. Then, boom, massive explosion, and we see this massive move. But let's go look at this. This other indicator, the moving average.
And for those of you looking for indicators on TradingView, you're not going to find it saying SMA. It will just say moving average. So if it says moving average, that is
what was the length? What was the length that he was talking about?
14. Yeah,
14.
Is it 14? I think it's 14. Isn't it?
I don't know what the question was.
I think it's 14. Well, no, he wasn't talking about it at all. He was just asking about the 200. If we were above the 200 or right below it.
Then why are you talking about 14? 14 what? Man.
I asked you what the simple moving average. I said we're right below it. I think the 200.
The 200 and the simple moving. Okay, thank you.
So just
I asked you, and you started saying 14, and I was like, "What are we doing with the 14?" So yes,
you changed the length. Okay.
Yes, we are above the 200 EMA. Or the MA. Unless I put that in the wrong place.
No, you put that in the wrong place. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's
Don't
not
worry
right.
about
That's not right. That's not right. We are right below it. I looked when we were on around the blockchain. Sorry, changed the wrong number there. When we were on around the blockchain, we were just under it, and we haven't pumped up since then. So, yeah. Let's jump into
let's jump into the articles. We've got what we got up first. We've got
let's talk
the
about
Biden.
let's talk about the
situation.
digital dollar. Well, you know what? Let's talk about Biden last because
just talk about one of them. Pick one of them.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Biden. Let's talk about the Biden thing first, and we'll talk about this digital dollar last because I think we're going to go into that a little bit further. All right. So Biden's 2023 budget would hike taxes on the ultra rich and corporations, boost defense and police spending. President Joe Biden's 2023 federal budget released Monday proposes tax hikes on the ultra wealthy. Blah blah blah. Just said that. The request to Congress features a new billionaires minimum tax, a 20% income tax rate hike for the top 0.01% earners and households worth more than 100 million. The budget shifts focus away from the COVID-19 pandemic and towards the new goals of lowering the crime rate at home and securing NATO allies abroad in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. There's Sleepy Joe himself. President Joe Biden's 2023 federal budget released Monday. Same thing. The proposal sent to Congress touts a reduction in the federal budget deficit of more than $1 trillion over the next 10 years. This is paid for in part by raising the corporate tax rate from 21 to 28%, a rate favored by progressive Democrats but opposed by key moderates. Biden also proposes a new 20% minimum tax hike on the top 0.01% of earners and households worth more than $100 million. Here's the deal with this, man. Before we don't even need to dive too far into this. The reality is the money has to come from somewhere. So I understand like the actual initial thinking, but here's the reality. The ultra wealthy, and this is what they don't tell you. This is where they manipulate these stories. The ultra wealthy they know the secrets that a lot of us don't know. Some of that is taking on debt. We've talked about this before, but debt, you are not getting taxed. You're not getting capital gains tax on debt. So here's what's going to happen. These ultra wealthy, if this comes into play, they're going to say, oh, okay. Well, kind of a crazy year this year. Took out a lot of loans because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just going to position. They're still going to not be paying taxes. They're going to get away.
They know they run these mega corporations. They have tons of companies. Companies have tons of tax incentives to not pay taxes.
Yeah, I'm with it, bro. We won't even need to get into that, but that's very funny.
Yeah, outside of that, all right, I got sidetracked there. What I was saying was they know how to get around the tax system because they know how to hide their money. They have companies, right? These companies providing all these jobs get tax incentives to not, right? They're spending a lot of money creating new factories, new warehouses, new whatever, hiring a bunch of people, buying a bunch of equipment. Boom, tax write-offs. You're not going to get hit with any taxes, right? There is a system. The system is they want you to create more jobs. You are incentivized to create more jobs. You are incentivized to do things for the people, right? For the people, and then you will get tax incentives. No mega corporation is going to be getting hit with taxes. Walmart is not going to be paying more taxes. The Walmart family is not going to be paying more taxes. Jeff Bezos is not going to be paying more taxes. The only people paying more taxes, which eventually will trickle down, will be to us. 100%, because we're the ones that can't hide our assets. We have no assets, right? The majority of people have no assets.
Speak for yourself.
So, what was that?
Speak for yourself.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, my rant's over.
Yeah, guys. The reality is, Kenton said they'll pass the cost along, and that's exactly what they'll do. I have employees right now that are asking for a raise. Do you know why? Because gas prices are up and they have to drive. I understand, right? But the reality is I now have to spend that same money on gas for myself. Now my employees want a raise. Okay, so I give my employees the raise. Guess where that price increase, that raise goes to? It goes straight into the cost of the next project. And so it gets passed on to the homeowner. And then the homeowner says, wait, man, everything's a lot more expensive. You see what I'm saying? It just snowballs.
Yep. It always snowballs to the person at lowest on the in the mountain. So
yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about the Bitcoin shorts happening just happened recently. I'm excited about this. This is part of what's pushed the market up. $140 million in Bitcoin shorts liquidated as the crypto market hits 2.1 trillion. Look at that bull, baby. The total market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies has soared past 2.1 trillion, with market leaders Bitcoin and Ethereum both breaking out following a week of rather stale price action. Whoops. The total, it went back a little too far. There we go. Bitcoin Surge has seen the leading cryptocurrency cross the $47,000 price mark, a price it hasn't seen since the beginning of the year. With the price of Bitcoin breaking even for the year, the crypto market rally has also led to millions in liquidated short positions. According to data pulled from CoinGlass, an aggregator that gathers liquidation data from across the market, there has been over $142 million in Bitcoin shorts liquidated since yesterday. Ethereum's bullish action has led to a similar wave of liquidated shorts, costing bearish traders more than $103 million over the same period. Bitcoin and Ethereum are both up roughly 6% over the past 24 hours. Bitcoin is currently trading at just over $47,000, while Ethereum is trading around $33.40. Where do you see this going, Miguel? Short term? I know what we think long term. Where do you see this short term? So we go to the Bitcoin conference next week. Side note, real quick, guys, smash the likes, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Make sure that you jump into the Discord. We've got more information being released this week as it relates to our NFT project. So we'd love to have you guys be a part of that. And we have something that's actively happening within the project that I think when you guys find out, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's where it's
gonna be massive
right there.
But yeah, what I think is we're definitely gonna keep moving up. Maybe in the short term, I think the worst FUD might be out of the way for the short term being. I think we've just entered this new cycle rhythm where we go into these 3 to 4 months sideways downward consolidation. Then we start moving up for 2 or 3 months, right? And then we come back down for 2 or 3, 4 months. We're no longer in this. We're no longer in this 4-year cycle where we're up for a year and a half and then we're down for 2 years and a half and then we do it all over again. I think that has consolidated into short-term bear markets, short-term bull markets repeatedly all over multiple times until, like CVO says, we jump into a new range and then we're just ranging sideways on a new range up and down for an extended period of time.
Yeah, I still think also that we're going to have an opportunity this year that might be the last massive opportunity for anybody that's in the markets right now to be able to jump in. Again, this is pure speculation. This is purely me looking at macroeconomic factors and saying, hey, I see too much going on to not get that opportunity. Now, whether I'm able to actually capitalize and take some profits along the way or not will be up on me as to whether I actually pull the trigger, because last year I didn't, and I paid for that. But hey, you live and you learn. Crypto Gamer says, don't worry, you will have nothing and be happy. We're trying to fight against that, brother. So hopefully you guys are fighting with us. The World Economic Forum is actively telling you straight to everyone's face now, hey, this is what we're doing, and you will go along with it. You will like it.
Yeah, dude,
be a part of it. It's scary.
If anybody's in the Discord right now, go check out the last thing I dropped into the tinfoil hat channel, right? Heavy stuff going on, literally right in front of your faces, not talked about, not public at all. I mean, it's a public thing that happened, yet they don't talk about it on the news, right? Why are they keeping that suppressed? So go check it out, guys, in the Discord. Definitely some crazy things are happening.
Let me throw, you know what, I'm going to throw this in. So I think almost everybody in here from the Discord, so I just want to throw this little tidbit in. We've talked about this, but I want to give you a reminder, and if you're not in the Discord, if you want a way to be able to communicate, and I know this might sound wild, but I'm serious, if you want a way to communicate, should the grid go down, you need to jump into the Discord and you need to get involved with Danger Close Alpha. That's what I'm going to tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you. I warned you. You have been warned. So let's get into the last article. Let's talk about, dude, we talked about this on Around the Blockchain, and I'm interested to talk. I thought of you, how sweet, during Around the Blockchain when this came up, because I think that you're probably going to have a little hot take on this.
I bet.
Yeah. Discussing Congress. Congress is discussing a digital dollar pilot. It's not what you think. Dun, 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 dun. I did a video on TikTok earlier. I haven't even looked. Maybe, let's see if, I don't know. Maybe it's done well. Maybe it hasn't. It was 3 minutes. Sometimes those are tough. The eCash Act seeks to pilot a digital dollar led by the Treasury Department. The electronic currency would not use digital ledger technology. Quick. What's the first thing you know about a hypothetical digital dollar? It's that a central bank digital currency, or CBDC, right? Wrong. At least not the bill Congressman Stephen Lynch is floating. Representative Lynch, the chair of the House of Financial Services Committee's FinTech Task Force, introduced today the Electronic Currency and Secure Hardware, that's eCash Act, which would establish a digital dollar that's neither tied to a distributed ledger, which would be, like actively public, Bitcoin, etc., nor issued by the Federal Reserve, but instead printed, I see a theme here, by the Treasury. The timing of the bill coincides with a committee hearing Tuesday on CBDCs. The act, if passed, would create a Treasury-led pilot program to test the digital dollar's safety, functionality, and interoperability with other payment systems and financial institutions. According to a press release, the bill mandates that the eCash include features generally associated with the use of physical currency, including anonymity, privacy, and minimal generation of data and transactions. Check this out. Not only that, but the digital dollar must also work for peer-to-peer payments offline and can be stored on hardware devices that are distributed directly to the public. Miguel, I feel all sorts of funky about this whole thing. It's like here, rub my shoulders, tell me everything's going to be okay while you are drawing the knife out of its sheath to stick it in my back. I genuinely feel that there is something not right with this story. Drop a 1 in the chat if you believe that they are the government and they're here to help. Drop a 2 if you are mildly concerned that the government is saying, hey, let us give you a digital option that also allows you to be private, that, oh, by the way, we can print this one as well too. Just saying.
Yeah, like a president once said, Ronald Reagan, the 8 most dangerous words in the English language are, we are the government and we are here to help.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this is being presented as, right? We're giving you this amazing thing. You can have all this privacy. You can have all this, but that's not going to be for your benefit. That's how they sell it to you at first, right? That is the convenience factor. It can be offline. It can be all of these amazing things, but in the back end, that is going to benefit them more. That's going to benefit any. They don't want their dollar tracked. They don't want any of their transactions. The CIA, the FBI, the NSA, whatever it is, however they're funding their operations, they don't want that tracked, right? They've never have. They've done all kinds of sketchy business. You can look back. There's been, CIA airplanes that have crashed, loaded with drugs, with all these kind of things that are obviously been handled illegally, and it's all about secrecy, not for you, but for them. And that is first of all, they're gonna sell it to you with this dream factor, same way that Uber and all these other companies sell you, like, look, Uber is so much cheaper than a taxi. It's so much better. They run their company at a loss for multiple years. Once they grow their populace, their user base big enough, and they know everybody's on Uber now, they jack up the prices because you're already hooked onto it. You're already gonna say, well, yeah, but I just feel more comfortable in an Uber now than a taxi, so I'm just gonna take the Uber.
They're also a data company
or more.
Yeah.
Huh?
They're also a data company. They're collecting data, where you're going, point to point. There's a lot of questions that I would have for Uber that I've heard, and it seems, until you actually start to dive into it, a lot of things seem very innocent on their face. And I would like to, I honestly would like to go back to 10 years ago when I was just a little bit less aware of what's going on. And I think things have progressively gotten worse. And I'm glad that I actually woke up. right? Because the facts are, when we aren't aware, or when we are aware and aren't willing to do anything about it, we make it worse for generations to come, right? I have a 9-month-old daughter. Oh, 10-month-old daughter now. Miguel has a couple-month-old daughter, and we're going to be raising these little girls in a society that, frankly, is scary. Frankly, is lost. We don't even have to dive into all of it, but we've got a society that doesn't know up from down right now, and it's woke versus bigot, right? Like, you're either woke or you're a bigot, and there's nothing in between. And you can't even sit down at dinner and have a conversation with somebody. It is literally, it's funny because the thing that was distributed for everybody, you know what I mean, is the most polarizing topic, period, even amongst friends. Right? We had a discussion with some friends the other day, and that came up in the conversation, like towards the end of the conversation. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, for no reason, right? 4 people that like get along and like each other, it just got awkward for a second. It was like, whoa, hey. And it wasn't what was said. It's that the government has put us in a position where, who do we trust? Who do we like? Who's right? Who's wrong? I don't like what you say. It's okay. We'll cancel that. Oh, you don't want to be this? Well, you can just be that. Just all you got to do is speak up. Be what you want to be how you want to be, but you can't be that. It's just, man, it's heavy.
It's wild, dude. It's all about
It's
divide
heavy.
and conquer. It's all about divide and conquer. Nothing that the government ever presents to you, nothing that the government ever presents, ever has done, has ever benefited the people. The government tried to help the people, right, by saying, hey, anybody can go to college. We will finance it, right? We will give out these loans and we will pay. What did the colleges do? So the colleges said, wait a minute, you would pay any price for the students to
So
go
what
to
they do?
school?
So what
What
they
did they
do?
do? What is the last 20 years? Jacked up the prices of
Heavy.
tuition every single year. Gets more and more expensive. And what does that lead to? More debt, right? You take out these massive student loans, then you
Yep.
end up getting an art degree that can't get you a job anywhere. You're working at a Starbucks with your art degree, and you're paying a $20,000 to $80,000 student loan for the rest of your life that you cannot get rid of in a bankruptcy. It's the only loan that you can't get rid of, right? You have to pay it back forever. So they have just they found a way to use college to
Infinite
create
money.
more debt slaves,
Yep.
right? That's what they did. And anything that they get their hands in that no longer becomes a free market because they're manipulating that market it destroys what it originally was, corrupts the idea, and slowly people don't see it. It happens with time. Then a few years later, it's a whole nother mess that you're involved
Do
in.
you know why schools promote the idea of sitting up in a desk? You can't chew gum. You can't like do all these things. It's because the product or the people that they're looking out for is the faculty, is the staff. But wait a minute, aren't we trying to train up and raise up our children to be the next people to lead our country? So why all of the things that will not allow them to be their best self? Oh, is it because you're trying to train workers instead of people that are actually trying to? And listen, don't hear me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being a worker. What I'm trying to say is that they are trying to basically replicate robots. Hey, do what I say, when I say, how I say it, when I say it, and boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I
right?
wish it was just workers. I wish you could say, yeah, we're trying to just make better workers, better whatever, but they're not. They're just
No.
creating more slaves. That's what they're doing. It's
Yeah.
not a worker. They don't want you thinking. They don't want you questioning. They just want you trust what we say, do what we say, and you're good to go. You're a great citizen if you do those 3 things.
And that's why
And
we say question everything, trust nothing.
yeah, exactly, right. And it's the people that you talk about, oh yeah, we're raising the new generation, right? This is the new generation is going to lead America. That is BS. The leaders are bred and chosen away from the average Joes that are going to college and going to these places. They don't get to mingle with the future leaders of America, right? What is the coincidence that what's his face? Bill Clinton was shaking the hand of JFK back in the day, right? Like he was there, or whatever it was, shaking his hand. What a coincidence that there was a report that came out that was done by, I think it was like a high school girl or something like that that almost every single president in the United States history
Has
are
met.
related. They're all distinct cousins of each other,
Yep.
some way, somehow. They all participate in these Illuminati / groups, right? These style groups, whatever you want to call them, Illuminati, Masons, Skull and Bones, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're all part of these elite groups and elite sessions. They all know each other. They've all met at some point, at some party. If you've ever seen the movie Vice with Christian Bale as Dick Cheney, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They literally pushed George Bush Jr. to be president when that guy had no standard to become president, but they just puppeteered him into presidency.
Yeah, and to get back to where we were at, this is not going to say, hey, they're not going to do CBDCs. This is not going to be a CBDC, so don't get this twisted. This is going to be a test case, right? And they're very careful about calling it that. And here's what I truly believe. I believe that they're going to roll this out. It is going to be an opportunity for them to do some things in private. They did it also something brand new. Oh, you know what? We're allowed to make mistakes along the way. Things you wouldn't believe what happened all of a sudden. Oh, well, you know what? Because this is new, like, well, you know what? We'll print some more, right? Because ultimately that's what they're talking about. They're talking about making it just like cash, but that cash can be held on your electronic device. The electronic device that tracks everything you do. If you think for 1 second, let's talk this through. If you think so Miguel and I are going to be down in Miami for the Bitcoin conference. I'm going to walk up to Miguel with this new eCash thing, and it's on my phone. Okay, my phone that's already tracking me, by the way. And I'm going to tap Miguel's phone, and there's going to be a transaction that occurs. If you think for 1 millisecond that there is not a digital record of that happening, that it's actually just going to be this private thing because they're here for you and to help you, and no, that is, like Miguel said, that is the sale. The sale is, hey guys, we know you love this thing called Bitcoin. We know you love these cryptocurrencies, but you know what? They're really not private, right? And so that's part of the sale. And I also think it opens up for the idea that, you know what? We made mistakes. Let's fix them. We can be private and do what we want to do. It's a big ball of wax. AD, thank you for the $1 super chat.
Thank you for the $1 super chat, dude. It's all, nothing is private. Every text message you sent, not private. Every picture you send, not private. Every every Snapchat you send, not private. Everything that is posted digitally through a phone at any point is saved at some server forever.
I voted on my salary last year. Didn't go so well.
Yeah, dude, right? Now, how great is that? You just walk in and say, hey guys, everybody feel like getting a salary increase this year because things are getting kind of bad. Yeah, sure, 21%, but we want to make sure that we're beating this inflation, right?
That's right.
Best case scenario, you're getting a 3, maybe a 4% increase on your salary in a regular average job, and that's just to beat out the inflation. If inflation is 10%, people are not going to be getting 10% raises. It's just not going to happen. So you're still going to be way below the inflation, even though you got a raise. You're literally making less money every single year, even though you're getting a 3% raise. Guys, you're lied to left and right. There's more lies than truths out there. There's so many lies that you need to dig so difficult to find the truth that it's practically impossible nowadays to know that anything is true, because everything has some massive liar corruption behind it. They're like, hey, look over here, and then over here they're doing something else, right? Everything is fugazi. Everything is smoke and mirrors.
It's a fact. There is no doubt about it, guys. Just make sure that you guys are awake. I didn't say woke. I said make sure that you're awake. Make sure that you're paying attention to what's actually happening here. Crypto
Make
fam,
sure
listen,
you're getting prepared for what's happening.
That's what I was actually getting at. Get prepared, and part of that preparation, jump into the Discord. And for those of you that are going to say, because we've been hearing this, how's an NFT going to save me when things go down? Well, the NFT isn't going to save you, but I will tell you that the use case, what we are doing with the NFT, is going to get you prepared so that you don't need saving, and legitimately get you prepared. We have, just jump into the Discord. Crypto fam, we love you guys. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here. As always, question everything,
trust nothing,
and until next time, hodl
like it's hot.
We'll see you soon.
In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and Blockchain